A smart young man makes a mistake, learns from it, and never make that mistake again. But a wise old soul finds a smart man and learns from him how to avoid making that mistake at all.
Northside Dirty Mouth.
Northside Dirty Mouth, man. That's my boy Osama. What you doing here today, man? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great, man. We working.
It's great to see you, man.
We build these black businesses, man.
It's great to see you, and I want to just say I'm proud of you, bro. You've been staying out the way. I've been knowing you for a long time, and I know where you came from, and I'm really proud, bro. And I want you to keep it up,
bro.
man.
You inspiration, you motivation too, bro.
For sure, brother. For sure. So what block you from?
29th for Jefferson.
29th for Jefferson?
Yeah.
How was it growing up around there?
Northside always dark, you know what I mean? But it's like, that's what we specialize in, you feel me? Like, some people like coming from certain places, some people don't know how to deal with pain, agony. Some people ain't like rebellious like us, you feel me? Like, but like, that shit made us strong. That shit made us strong. Like, and that ain't the only place where I done been there growing up, you feel me? I done grew up a lot of different places to where it wasn't even as comfortable as down the way, you feel me? Like,
how did you get to them different places? Like, what made you go somewhere else?
Shit, I grew up in placement.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I got adjudicated. That's all I don't know. I got adjudicated as a juvenile. You know what I mean?
What you do to get put in placement?
I went, damn. All right, look, 9th grade, right?
Right.
9th grade, it was like fights and shit like that. Somebody, one of my classmates and shit like that, like little scuffle. We kicked his ass. Yeah, I mean, he told on us.
Right.
You know what I mean? We little ass kids, but really in court, like getting told on and shit like that. Over a fight, you know what I mean? They turned that little fight out to be like back then and shit, like a pencil was missing out his pocket or something, like, and they turned that fight into a robbery. Like, we 13 years old. They turned that fight into a robbery. So that started with like the papers, the probation and shit like that. Then it just led to VUFAs, you feel me? Catching gun charges and shit like that. Like,
so was you always acting out this way, or it just happened at a certain age? Like,
no, like growing up and shit, my own ain't play about like my grades and shit. Like I wasn't never like no dummy or nothing like that. But it's just like I always did my own. I always did what I wanted to do. You feel me? Like I was good at sport. I was an athlete. Good at sports. You know what I mean? Good at boxing. I just was like a good competitor, and I was good at sports. You know what I mean? But like, I don't see it being a behavior problem as a kid and shit. They used to be like, they used to laugh at that shit. They used to think it was like cute. Being a little boy with like, you feel me? Like they used to think that shit was cute until they realized like, no, this shit like not normal. To us, like to them it wasn't normal. You know? I had like, I ain't respect authority figures and shit like that. For some reason I did. If it wasn't like my family, I feel like you don't know me. To judge me and tell me what you feel me? Like I don't know. It just was, I don't know. That's how it was though.
So how was the household?
My household was cool. My own hustle.
It was just you and your mom?
My own grinder. I mean, she got married and shit before, but my own grinder, you feel me? Like, she was like the perfect role model as like the woman that you want in your life. You feel me? Always. You know what I mean?
And she had to do it alone, or your dad was there?
No, my pop, I ain't grow up with my pop and shit. I ain't really grow up with, my pop was in the streets and shit. I ain't grow up with my pop till like 13. Till like that high school shit I was telling you about. You feel me? That's when I was moving with I lived with my pop and shit. He was working. You know what I mean?
So him not being there, did that affect you in any way?
I mean, it had to. You know what I mean? It had to. I don't know how I'd be if he was there every day, you feel me? But like, even the days of his absence, I learned from though. You feel me? Like, so, pride.
So if you can just think a little bit, what do you think is missing from him not being there?
I can't really say, cause like now today, like my pop, my favorite nigga, and he like one of the most impactful people in my life. You feel me? Like he's super supportive, super there. You feel me? Like all hands on. You feel me? So it's like I can't really say like he just, you know, he always been a good nigga. You feel me? He always been good, but you know how life go. You know what I mean? You don't always get what you want. You know what I mean?
So you think you'd have still made all the same decisions if he was there?
No, I definitely would have probably made different decisions. Right. I probably definitely would. Because a lot of decisions I made them because I feel like I got to make them for myself.
Right.
You feel me? I feel like I'm grown. You feel me? Like, I grew up fast and shit.
Did you feel like you had to grow up fast and be grown because he wasn't there at that time?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Right.
I feel like I had to. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I feel like I had to.
You ain't had no other siblings or nothing?
Yeah, I got other siblings. I got a couple sisters. I got a big brother. You feel me? But our age difference like crazy. Right. I got a little sister. We like a year apart. You feel me? Right. But everybody else like 4, 5, 6 years older than me. Right. You know what I mean? So.
Was it any like people that was influencing you, or you just did your own thing? You just rocked out the way you wanted to rock out?
As far as influence, as far as my actions, or like what I want to be when I get older, like what? Like
influence, period.
I always looked up to my brother and shit. I always looked up to Bud, like growing up. That's his name, Bud. I always looked up to him because he like solid. He the big brother that anybody want. Right. You feel me? Like he the big coolest shit. You know what I'm saying? Like want his money, laid back, intelligent. You feel me? Like I always admired him. You know what I mean? So you know.
At what age did you jump off the porch?
Off the porch meaning what? Like what they be saying nowadays? Like
jump off the porch and get into the streets.
I had like, I can't. When I start doing stuff, or when I start liking it, like taking interest into it.
When you start saying this is what I'm doing.
I knew I was in this when Jeezy dropped the Recession. My brothers be laughing and shit, cause I always see this shit. When Snow dropped the Recession, I knew it was it. That was it for me. You feel me? Like that time, around that time, like I knew it was, and it was shit that done happened before that, and me little 1 foot out, 1 foot in. You feel me? But when Snow dropped the Recession, like in my mind, it wasn't no turning back. Like this is what I'm going big. This is what I am. You feel me? This is what This feel like
the music really motivated that.
I mean, the music made me realize that I ain't the only person that feel this way. You feel me? Like. So it made it more natural for me to, you know what I'm saying? Like, instead of feeling like the rotten apple and shit, man, I was like, all right, you feel me? I ain't the only person. You know what I mean? Did
you ever struggle with, like, anger problems, anxiety, stress, anything like that, depression?
Yeah. I think that's normal. I think we all, some people hide it better, you feel me? And some people, like, don't acknowledge it or, you know what I'm saying? But I think we all suffer from that type of shit at some point, you feel me? But I know I have though, you know what I'm saying? But that be why I feel so sharp when I be moving though, because that could be considered a weakness, you feel me? Like anything that could be considered a weakness to me, I try to strengthen it to where it's a strength. It ain't no weakness, because I don't want to walk around like a weak ass nigga for me. You feel me? Like you don't feel no power that way. You don't got no control feeling that way. You know what I mean? So yeah. So
for you, what type of things triggered them emotions for you?
Bro, anxiety so bad with me, bro. I feel like while we sitting here having this interview, that door could get kicked. You feel me? Like that shit bad with me like that. You feel me? But it's like I just deal with it. I just believe in the qadr, and whatever gonna happen is already written. You feel me? Like, I know I'm solid. You know what I mean?
So that type of thing right there sounds like it's kind of like traumatized from things that you've seen and been through.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's so crazy because even people that ain't even experience this shit feel them ways, because that shit is all on the medias and shit, the TVs and what you see on your timeline. So it's like, even if you ain't been through that shit, you could have that same type of anxiety, because that's what's being broadcasted to us and shit. Like, this how life go. You feel me? Like, so
is it anything from your childhood that really, really affected you? Like something that, you know how you got one thing you growing up and that really hurt you and it just make you want to do everything wrong? Like, I don't even care. Like, I don't care.
I don't like to blame my actions or my mistakes, or I don't like to blame nothing I do on nothing. You feel me? So it's like, I can't really say. You know what I mean? I just always did what I felt like was best at the moment. And sometimes it's decisions that some people ain't gonna understand, because like, you ain't in my shoes. You can't really speak on. You can't tell me I'm wrong either unless you was in these shoes. You know what I mean? So I don't think it was a specific thing. I can't say it was a specific thing. It just I grew up like any other kid in the city. You know what I mean? You know.
So how did you cope with the stress or depression or whatever it is that you went through?
I used to feel like growing up and shit, like until like these older years for me. You feel? These years I never even counted. You know what I'm saying? So, but growing up, I felt like when I'm going through shit, when I'm hurting, I felt like the only way to feel better about it was to hurt somebody else in some way.
Right.
You feel me? Like that's legit how I felt. You feel me? And it's like it was some of that. You know what I mean? In different ways where like, and that you just be cold and shit, and you just be like, damn, that's they pain or that's your pain, that ain't mine. You know what I mean? You know.
So it's safe to say that hurt people hurt people.
For sure.
Right.
For sure. So sometimes even the person I am today, sometimes I try to understand people and I don't know if it's trying to save them or help them realize that you can get through it. But even some people, it ain't doing none of that with you. It's no helping them, it's no saving them because they so hurt that they hurt they help. You feel me? So you gotta lay off of them.
Right.
You know what I mean? I even learned that. You know what I mean? But
that was good. They hurt the ones that sent the help. I like that. So have you ever had like an addiction to help cope with what you was going through?
Yeah, I think we all got like some type of addiction. But my addiction was never like, it was never a substance or like a specific, like, it was never a drug and shit like that, you feel me? I think my addiction, like, if I gotta have one, I think it's like, it's like me getting better and shit. Like, I'm like, I'm so like tuned in to myself to where it's like, every day I'm thinking about this shit. Every single day I'm doing something to make it better. Every day I'm taking a step, like, so I feel like I'm addicted to that, the growth, you feel me? Like, and better life and shit like that, better mindset and shit like that. But like just repouring into myself, investing into myself, like I'm addicted to that. You know what I mean? Like, cause I know if I can sit here and I can think about like, damn, I could be living like that, or my life could be that way, or I could put myself in this position to put them in this position, or whatever the case may be. If I could think about that shit, I know it could happen. But I know somebody else did it. And I don't look at them as being no different than me. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of what you do with your opportunities and what you do with your time. So I'm addicted like in that mindset. But like,
so you never been addicted to no drugs?
No.
I never used no drugs to cope with nothing?
When I was a young boy, I used to, when they used to say like Reggie Bush and shit, they used to call it Reggie Bush. When Reggie was popping, I used to blow. You know what I mean? And my little, we used to roll up. When I was on the north side, it was the Chocolate Duchess. You know what I mean? Up the Bully, it was the Vanilla Duchess. And uptown, it was the Greek Duchess. You know what I mean? So yeah, I used to smoke with like niggas in school or my homies. You feel me? Like, shit, I got a story and shit. I was down the bottom with my cousin Reddy and shit. Hey, I need a water. I was down the bottom with my cousin Reddy and shit. Him and his homies was growing and shit. And I'm just like, I'm the youngest out of all of them. They was doing whatever they was doing and shit, but they was growing. And I caught the dope and shit. I caught the Reggie. I caught the Reggie and shit. And me and Reddy got into a whole little situation out there where we like in a whole scuffle with each other and shit, cause that's my big cuz, you feel me? And he wasn't feeling that shit, even though that's what he was doing. He wasn't feeling that shit, you know what I mean? He wasn't feeling that shit. But like that probably was my last time like blowing Reggie back then, you feel me? Like I understood the message, you feel me? Like,
so did the Reggie help you at all with anything?
No, that shit ain't.
Or was just like a little hobby?
That shit just made me paranoid. It ain't, to me, I be feeling weird off that shit. I could blow right now and just like catch the dope once or twice, and I be feeling weird. Like my thoughts just be like, this ain't me. I ain't myself. You feel me? And I don't never feel in control. I always feel in control.
You want to be in control,
Yeah, I feel in control when I'm not on that shit. If I am on, I feel like however it's gonna go, it's like gonna be out of my control.
What's the most traumatic thing you ever been through?
Traumatic thing? Like you talking about like near death experiences?
Yeah.
I got shot and shit.
How many times?
I got shot 3 times.
And that was one occasion?
One occasion, no. I hit 3 times. That shit was like traumatic, but it's like shit. Every time I go through some shit, you know how I get through it? I be like, in my head, I be like, I went through worse and I got through that shit. You feel me? That's how I coach myself through whatever. You feel me? So it's like, nigga, a heartbreak could be a traumatic event. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, I don't really know, but yeah, I got hit before. You know what I mean?
Where you get hit at?
In my knuckle. my hand, and in my back. Bullet still on my neck. Like every day I feel that shit.
You had to be in the hospital for a minute and all that, or not really?
It's crazy. When I went to the hospital and shit, I drove myself to the hospital. I walked in the hospital, all that shit. You feel me? And when I got there, they sat me on the table. They gave me like a little X-ray, and the bullet in my back, like the hole in my back, they just put like a plastic Band-Aid on it, like just a big plastic patch on it and shit. Like, go ahead, you good? You feel me? I'm like, hold on, that can't be. Like, y'all ain't even take the bullet out.
Right.
Like, you feel me? They're like, no, we ain't taking it out. You good? You feel me? And you know.
And it's still there right now?
Yeah, that shit's still on my neck.
It don't affect you?
Yeah, every day. If I drive too much, if I'm driving, just using my, you feel me? Like, I be in pain. I'm reminded of that shit every single day, but I don't let it be showed as a weakness. And I don't feel like it's a weakness. I feel like it's some shit I went through and I stood tall on. I survived through. You feel me?
Did you feel like you was gonna die at that point, or you ain't never even, because the hospital just let you go so easy, you ain't even think it was that deep?
On my way to the hospital, only thing I was thinking is, I better not die. You feel me? Like, not even on no I'm scared type shit, but on some, like, these niggas ain't, like, you feel me? Like, I wish I would let it be, like, on that type time, and my whole time going, I just was saying, La ilaha illallah, and however it go, those my last words, you know what I mean? And I'm confident in that, you know what I mean? And that's just how I felt, you know what I mean?
So you drove yourself to the hospital bleeding and all?
Yeah. Yeah, I drove myself.
So besides the juvenile Jones, you ain't never been to jail for adult?
Yeah, I've been to Allegheny County, Bucks County, Philly, jail on State Road. Since I was 13 years old, I never was not in the system.
Right.
Like, I was either booked or on probation. Like, I never was not. I came home from placement, I was 16. I was home for 2 months, and I caught another gun case. I got adjudicated again. So I was like 18, 19, then I was on papers. Then it was the adult cases, and I was always in the system somehow, some way and shit.
So how did that affect, first, how did it affect your family? You being away all these times?
My first placement bid. Look, that's the thing, right? Cause I was good at shit in sport. I was good at shit in football. I was alright in basketball. I just was like a real good competitor.
Right.
I used all my fouls and shit like that. Right. I was that teammate in ball. You feel me? And I can put a bucket up, but like I'm like a contact sport type. You feel me? Like so the football was really my thing. But when I was playing in placement and shit, you know, you play different schools. You feel me? So there'd be scouts there and all that. Like they wanted me to stay to play football. Right. And I wanted to stay to play football, but by the time my release day, I came home, I seen my whole life was different on the outside. Right. You feel me? Like everything was different. You feel me? Like everything was different. And I felt like I couldn't do it because I feel like I gotta be home to like make sure family good. Right. You feel me? Be there for my own. Be there for my pop. You feel me? Even the years when I felt like he wasn't there for me. You feel me? Like. So yeah, I just felt like it was that time, like to really be that man. You know,
any long bids, or they was all like in and out?
No, I ain't never do no long. I got shot, nigga. You know shot. Right. You feel me?
Right. I can't hear in front. Shock ain't gonna have nobody sitting.
Yeah, but Shock say, I'm coming to get you, nephew. It don't matter what it is. I'm coming to get you.
That's facts.
And Just, shout out Just too. Just a good man.
Sure. So, been to jail. For the people that's watching that ain't been to jail, can you share with them the things about jail that they don't want to experience?
I'm sure they heard it. Just don't. It's just a matter of like if they gonna be naive to the fact or not. But like we hear this shit 1,000 times over again. Jail for suckers. Right. You feel me? I might get a jail call while we doing this interview. Like that's how many jail calls I get every day. Right. You know what I mean? I be half asleep on jail calls and shit. Niggas call me later like, what the fuck you talking about this? You feel me? Like. Get jail calls every day. You feel me? My closest friends and family in jail. Right. You know what I mean? And it's like they been learned their lesson. Right. You feel me? Like they been learned their lesson. It don't take a life sentence for a nigga to learn his lesson or to want to change or be something different. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep it real. Niggas that was out this joint, I ain't even names protect the innocent. But niggas that was out this joint really like on the gas, like what niggas call stepping and shit. Like we the real steppers, Deuce 9 rep, the 2-gun steppers. That's been for years, you feel me? But niggas that was really out here marching and shit, bro, like when we had on one-on-ones and shit, niggas be like, damn, I feel like a crash dummy. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a crash dummy, not because I was just doing shit for motherfuckers and shit like that. But like at this point, after 5 years into my bid, I can't even get niggas on the phone.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Like sometimes they don't even take that long for niggas to start ignoring you and shit. You feel me? But nigga, they gonna pay you. You probably get paid fucking $5 a week. And how much they pay you up top though?
I think like 19 cents, something like that. No, it depends on your job. And you might get a raise every couple months.
Yeah, like that, you can't get no money in jail, so you can't even take care of yourself. By the time you get paid, you might get 3, 4 suits, and 10 minutes on the phone.
Right.
But it's like that ain't no place for us. Like we way too cool for that shit.
Right.
To be having like these dickhead CEOs.
Right.
Really like my brother went to the hole. Cause the cops fucking with him. You feel me? Like they know he on his way to get closer to home. You feel me? And they want to fuck with him. You feel me? Right up, send him straight to the bank. You feel me? Like shit like that. Like in the mindsets that we got and where we come from and shit, it just won't work.
Right.
Jail just won't work. You feel me? Like it just won't work and shit. That ain't where it's at. I'm gonna keep it real. If anybody watching and think they know me, if you don't know that I hate jail, you don't know me.
Right.
You feel me? Because at the end of the day, I know how it's gonna go. If I go to jail, I'm gonna get the shitty end of the stick because I'm gonna do everything I gotta do.
Right.
I don't got them intentions like, damn, I get booked. I know this information about that, or I might wiggle. I know it ain't no wiggling. If my lawyer can't spank that shit, it's up for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like I hate going to jail. You know what I mean? But yeah, that shit wasn't never cool. That jail shit wasn't never cool. You know, when you a kid, you just like you see the movies and you might want to know what it looked like in there or something, but that ain't even no place to see because like you ain't gonna forget the shit you see.
Right.
Once you get up there, that's real trauma.
Right.
Like beyond getting shot, like that's real trauma and shit. Nigga, I was in the hole one time. I ain't washed up in 6 days. They ain't even come check for showering in 6 days. How? You feel me? Like how? And I don't even know how to, at this point, I don't even know how to bid. You feel me? I'm just fucking with the shit. I don't know. Some niggas real good at bidding and shit.
Right.
You feel me? That's from like repetition.
Right.
You feel me? But at this point, this like my second time in the county. In the hole. You know what I mean? 6 days straight. What the fuck I'm gonna do? I ain't brushing my teeth. I ain't washing up. And they don't give a fuck.
Right.
You feel me? I give it to them though. Like I let them do this shit because I don't never try to get too big headed or know too much and appear to be a genius to where nobody can tell me shit. But niggas be talking to me like I'm a fucking kid sometimes, like on a note on something. Don't come up here. This shit ain't for you.
Right.
You feel me? And they not saying that these niggas can beat you or they'll eat you alive. They not saying that. They saying these living conditions is not for you.
It ain't for nobody.
Exactly. You feel me? Like niggas really hate that shit. You know what I mean? Free the real, keep the rats and the freaks. And if you got anybody that's in them jails and you've been contemplating if you gonna write them or they reaching out or whatever, send that kite. Send that kite. You know what I mean? Just reach out because that shit mean a lot to niggas. I done read the same letter 100 days in a row before. You feel me? Then slept next to the same picture my whole time in the hole. You feel me? Like, and that shit give niggas inspiration. Like, I don't be feeling like all photogenic, all cute, taking pictures and shit. But I be having to take pictures because the jail be wanting to see this shit. You feel me? My whole neighborhood look different. They got this new virtual shit where the visits is like on the phone and shit. I'm just riding through the neighborhood just showing the gang what this shit look like. Man, I look totally different. You feel me? Like stores ain't there. It's fucking three-story buildings now that was like low ass houses. You feel me? It's just different. You know what I mean? So niggas be on my bumper though heavy about that shit. Like niggas in the jail, they be my biggest reminders besides my daughters and my home. The niggas in jail, they be like, don't come up here. They don't be on no hate and shit, no none of that. You feel me? This shit ain't for you, bro. Get us on out there. You feel me? Like Hive like my manager in jail. You feel me? Like he be on all type of shit about me and that. As far as music, you feel me? As soon as my shit hit the tablets, the jail's gonna go crazy. You feel me? And that's what it is.
You got kids. How many kids you got?
I got 2 daughters.
2 daughters. How did they affect your life when you had them? How did your life change?
They on some real shit. My daughters softened me up. You feel me? They softened me up. For one, you know, dealing with females, period. Any female, period, gonna teach you like that you gotta be patient. You feel me? Like, and I don't just apply that with dealing with them. I apply that with my life. You feel me? Because I learned being patient with them get me further with them. So being patient with life gonna get you further. You know what I'm saying? But my daughters changed me and shit because like that mindset that I told you that I had, where if I'm hurt, the only way to take me out of the hurt is to hurt something.
Right.
Like just to look in their eye, just to hold them, just let you know like that ain't it. You feel me? Like that ain't it. That ain't it. You know what I mean? And they be burning me down. You feel me? Like they spoiled. They know what type pop they got.
How did your mindset change since having them? Because me personally, I knew you for some years and I watched the shift in you.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you think your mindset changed since you had your kids?
If you would have asked before I had my kids, if you would have asked me like where you see yourself in 5 years or a year from now, I wouldn't have had the answer because it's like it really don't. I would have been on some shit like it don't even matter.
Right.
You feel me? Like I don't even know if I'm gonna see that time. Like I said, this age that I'm at right now, I never even counted this.
Right.
You feel me? I never counted it. Once I had my kids, it's like you gotta plan for the future. Cause before they even got here, my baby mom was like, we had a conversation where she felt like I wasn't even gonna make it to the baby shower.
Right.
You feel me? And like having that conversation, just like, all right, if she feel like this, then there's probably a whole bunch of other people that feel like that. You feel me? And it's like, that ain't how it's gonna go. I'm gonna be here for like everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be here for everything. I'm gonna watch them grow. I'm gonna raise them. You know what I mean? I'm an active dad though. Like, and I ain't one of them niggas where it's like, I get my kids, we taking pictures and I'm dropping them off.
Right.
Like, no, I be like, it be long nights with my kids. You know what I mean? And a whole bunch of teaching them because I know like, if you ain't got that guidance, then you just gonna go whatever route a 5, 6, or 7-year-old go. You feel me? And I believe the first 7 years of your life is when you build your character. You feel me? So it's like I teach them, they little girls, bro, and I teach them responsibility. They get themselves dressed. I teach them how to use the microwave. Like it's all type of. Just because I might not be here, you know what I'm saying? You don't never know how tomorrow gonna go, regardless of what your intentions is. It's like, you know. So yeah, I'm heavy on them. You know what I mean?
Was it any like wake up calls you went through with them? Like, yo, I really gotta be here for my daughters. Like,
I get wake up calls every day, bro. Every day, like anything, I can get. I can see how somebody else is on the internet with their kids laughing at little girls dancing in certain ways or cursing, and it's like I can't do that. Leave my kid out here with these type people, you know, because that's who they gonna end up around if I ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like in my head, that's how I feel.
Right.
So you know, I'm just like heavy on that. Like I'm gonna be here. You feel me? And what I do now different than what I didn't used to do is even I know how I'm coming in whatever situation.
Right.
And niggas know too. It ain't even something where it's like we gotta be like, you feel me? Like niggas know because it been there before. But I'm the type person now where I'd rather keep myself out of that situation on having to do certain shit because it's like it ain't even beneficial to my kids. Why I'm going towards that. You feel me? If it come this way, then by all means, you feel me? Because I gotta get back to my kids because they cry when I leave. Imagine if I don't never come back. You feel me? So that's really my mindset with that shit. Like, I put myself in them situations where it's like it's beneficial in some way. It's gonna be beneficial. You feel me? Or I ain't going. You feel me? Or the environment is going to be controlled, or I ain't going. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so, all right, about your music, right?
Remember all them nights when I was sliding up with choppers, hopping out the squad and trying to bend a nigga. I'm a gritty nigga that just grabbed a Drake, so I got 50 shots and that's for any nigga. Brother pulled up on me, said he twisted nigga. We gon' swap it off, get him a different pistol. We was shooting shit into the clip until he drop you in your brother. He won't get the mission.
Niggas tripping, I got ammunition. If you see me shooting, better man your business. All the niggas vicious, they be really with it. If you really want it, you can really get it. Niggas really bitches. 6'9", niggas really snitching.
I like your music, gangster rap, right? What would you tell? So the young boys are listening to it. Would you tell them that this is just my story I'm telling, or I want you to do this too?
What I want them to take from my music is to understand that you could go through this, you could see this, you could feel this way, and still be something.
Right.
You feel me? I don't advocate violence. Like I don't promote violence, shit like that.
Right.
We live in a city where they only respect reckless, but they think they only respect reckless. Because at the end of the day, they could look at me as reckless, but I ain't been reckless all year. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like at the end of the day, like you could go through all this shit, like you could feel like life kicking your ass. You feel me? But stand on it. You feel me? Like we ain't. you don't want to be no victim of a nigga slapping you or of a nigga shooting you.
Right.
So why would you be a victim of your own pain? You feel me? Like, we ain't no victims. We ain't on no victim shit. No, that's what happened. But like, look at us, we good.
Right.
With or without it though. You feel me? Like we good. You know what I mean? Every day, nigga, we was rapping. We ain't even had no money to record. You feel me? Like, we ain't had no money to shoot no videos. We just figuring it out. You feel me? We just figuring it out and shit grown.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, from the music and this music shit is what helped me even like think more of an entrepreneur. You feel me? Like this independent music shit. It's like this ain't even all that I do. This all they see, and that's cool. But
so the things that you're doing now, did you ever even imagine doing this stuff back in the day?
No.
Did you ever even know it was possible to do the stuff that you're doing today?
No, I didn't. On some real shit. I ain't had no understanding on it.
Right.
And I wasn't even interested in getting the understanding because I was so stuck in the mindset where it's like, don't you know, ain't nobody gonna give you nothing, ain't nobody gonna tell you this and shit like that. Like niggas be having hidden information, you feel me? They ain't just gonna give it to you. And I was in that mindset, like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna be this. This what I'm gonna do.
Right.
You feel me? I thought people really got rich from selling drugs and shit.
Right.
Like, cause like some people did.
Yeah,
But like
at
if
one
you
point.
do the ratio,
Right.
like nowadays you're not getting rich selling drugs.
Right.
There's no way. Like
Right.
you gonna be on that life treadmill where it's like now you 40 out here and you still got you skipping dimes and shit.
Right.
You feel me? Like so it's like I got to the point where it's like fuck what they gonna give me, cause now I know they ain't gonna give me shit.
Right.
They scared to give it to me, but that's cool because I ain't gonna be scared to go get it.
Right.
And it's information that I'm talking about. I'm gonna go get the information on how they did it, how
So,
they do it.
At what point did you even think to want to go get the information? Because at first you didn't even know that you could do all this stuff.
Once I realized that they wasn't gonna give me shit and I had to figure it out myself. And it's like, just like for example, just like say if I want to get some shirts done, right? Say I could watch you get your shirt shit popping, right? And cause I done seen you get it popping, bro.
Right.
I remember. You feel me? Before the store, I done seen you get it popping, bro.
Right.
You had the whole city rocking your brand.
Right.
But it's like just I learn from people, bro. Like I can learn from this whole room right now, different shit. But I'm gonna just take what's good from it. You feel me? If I see that he did that, he didn't do that by nobody giving it to him. He went and got the information. He cut out the middleman. He cut his expenses. He saved his money. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get a business jumping. And now it's like the billionaires, the entrepreneurs, and the millionaires, they all follow a blueprint. You feel me? They all follow a blueprint. And you can have the same type of shit if you follow the same blueprint. You feel me? And that's what I was doing. It's just like I just be hungry for more as part of my addiction. Like I said, like I'll be wanting to know more. I'll be wanting to, you know, cause I know it's more to my worth than just like whatever is at face value, what they see like this black nigga with his face balled up, probably strapped, and you feel me? Like it's way more to me than that. You feel me? Like, but you know.
So I want to ask you a question. I used to feel this way at one point, right? Coming up, I used to feel like, yo, I'm really gonna do this forever. Did you ever feel like that? Like I'm really gonna do this street stuff forever?
I thought I was gonna be a kingpin. I thought I was gonna be a kingpin. Like I thought I was gonna be like heavy like that. You feel me? The where it's like I'm going overseas and having them link ups. Like I mean I thought big of myself. You feel me? But it just was like
But
the
that
wrong
was your
game.
big though,
Yeah, it was the wrong game for me. You feel me? Like if I'd have been thinking like that with business and how the country ran and shit like that, I wouldn't even thought, damn, I'm gonna be ringing up with $1 million.
Right.
Cause people become millionaires without even touching their money.
Right.
You feel me? That's how the country ran. They get rich off other people's money.
Right.
You feel me? I didn't know none of that. But you know, you learn as you go. You take a lot of losses, a lot of hits, feel alone a lot. You feel me? And that's when you do most of your thinking, when you feel alone. So it's like you just gotta take advantage of your time and your situation. Just cause your situation be seeming fucked up, it's like you gotta understand that you always got an advantage somewhere. Find your advantage and use it. Whatever your weakness is, strengthen it. And keep going.
Right.
That's how I be feeling every day. You know what I mean?
One thing I be wanting people to know, if you can get money in the streets, you can get money anywhere.
For sure.
With all the obstacles that come with the streets, if you can get money in that, you can get money anywhere.
For sure. Because a legit business, the difference is like a legit business, you don't gotta worry about your runners and they stories on how they don't got the money.
Right.
You feel me? You don't got to worry about the crib getting hit and you having to blend.
Right.
You feel me? And you took that. You don't got to worry about them type of losses. Now, there's losses that you could have to worry about, but once you learn, like, business is ran based off the rules and the regulations. Learn the rules of the business and the regulation of the business and follow the blueprint. You feel me?
Right.
You ain't gonna have to deal with all them losses no more.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't like taking losses. I don't like it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like, I bear the burden. If it's 3 of us in the pot and shit, and you come up with the loss, it's like, all right, I'll split it with you.
Right.
You feel me? Like, but I still don't like taking losses.
Right.
But I'm gonna help you bear that burden.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like when it's like legit business and shit like that, it's like way more money out here.
Right.
You know what I mean? You take a loss in your building, that's what insurance for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna cut you off.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You just gotta learn, you just gotta be hungry for it. You feel me? Like when niggas be asking me about the music, I just be telling them, like, you just gotta be hungry for it. That just
Right.
gotta be something that you want.
Right.
And if it ain't something that you want, it ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean? The first time a nigga act like he don't know your music, you gonna get discouraged.
Right.
You feel me? That shit ain't about that with me. Cause
Right.
I know niggas know what's up. You feel me? Like,
Right.
but it's like, you know, niggas come around. Even how that go, the music go, niggas see you doing your thing. They want to see you doing your thing, then they want to cut into you.
Right.
You feel me? They don't want to see you just start and be like, oh no, I'm gonna build him up. That's doing too much work for
Right.
them. You know what I mean? That's why we on the merch. If you rap, get some merch. Get some hats, get some jackets, get some merch. Do something else besides just
Right.
rap. Because that's what them companies want to see. They want to see y'all really moving.
Right.
So that way, by the time they cut, and then y'all already going up.
Right.
You know what I mean? That don't nobody, that's like having a newborn baby that talk about killing.
Right.
Nobody don't be trying to raise nobody in this shit. Like,
Right.
motherfuckers just be trying to get their money.
They want like a guaranteed investment. I know
Exactly.
you already making some money. Let me grab you and help you make more money so you can make me some money.
Exactly. That's what they want to do. And you can't take it personal because that's business.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like, we understand that at this
Right.
point. You know what I mean? And it's like, the thing about it is, I don't come up with all these ideas myself and all that. Like, it's a collective group of us,
Right.
you feel me? And niggas with their head on straight that have been through the same shit,
Right.
some of it together, you feel me?
Right.
Like, so it's like, we just like hands on. We like a well-oiled machine, you feel
Right.
me? And we keep each other on point. You know what I
Right.
mean? Last night, when me and you locked in on the time and shit like that, I sent it through the group. Yo, interview at this time.
Right.
You feel me? Make sure we all on point. You know what I
Right.
mean? So this morning, I got my reminder. I was already on it, but
Right.
I got my reminder. All right,
Right.
bet that's what we doing today.
Right.
You got to surround yourself with people like that too,
Right.
because you become an average of the 5 people you hang around. You
Right.
feel me? Like they say, if you're around 4 broke niggas, you're gonna be the 5th. Whether you got money or not, you gonna pick up them traits and them
Right.
habits. Now I have hour-long conversations and shit with niggas that already got and shit like that. That got 100 rental properties, like real life though.
Right.
I'm not like, I ain't what it's called. I ain't fabricating a
Right.
number. You feel me?
Right.
Like niggas that's but like the legit way.
Right.
And we have real conversations. I step into your world knowing that I don't know as much
Right.
about your world than you do.
Right.
I step into your world. I ain't gotta know it all.
Right.
I'm gonna learn from you.
Right.
You feel me? And you can't be scared in them senses. You feel me? Some
Right.
people be feeling like, damn, I can't step in this room. Them niggas gonna look at me like I'm dumb.
Right.
No, you only dumb for neglecting the information.
Right.
You feel me? That's the only thing that make you dumb. You know what I mean? But
So we got Osama, got shot, been to jail a lot of his childhood, been through all this stuff, but today got a lot of positive things going on. Can you let them know some of the positive things you got going on right now?
Mm-hmm.
Your merch and all that.
Northside Dirty Mouth, that's on the way. We Northside Dirty Mouth be out in 3 weeks exactly. You feel me? I got a link in my bio. The GhettoBabyENT.com. That's our what's the name, right? That's our website. The GhettoBabyENT.com. That's our website where we got hats, jackets, sweatsuits, whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? And we introduce y'all to the artists, to the Ghetto Babies, and everything we got going on. You know, keeping y'all updated on everything we dropping. We play some visuals on there. We play some music on there. Everything like that. Our music on all platforms. That's the music. All right, now, right now I'm working on this business and shit. I'm working on this business. I just signed my lease yesterday. And got the keys yesterday. So today, I call Lil Bro and shit for, he do contracting and shit. I call Lil Bro, he do contracting to come give me an estimate you know, just to see what we gonna be spending, you know what I mean, coming in the door so we could do our projected floor income,
Right.
You know what I mean, and then get it rolling. We be open by March, April,
Right.
You know what I mean, and it's like that's coming soon, so it's like y'all gonna see, they gonna see, you know what I'm saying, like, but I don't, it's just a lot going on, you know what I mean.
And you never would have thought.
Yeah, I would have never. I would have actually, even if I would have thought about it, even if it would have came across my mind, I would have been too cool for it.
Right.
You feel me? Like
Right.
if it would have crossed my mind, I'm like, I ain't. You feel me? Like that working shit on that type of time.
Right.
And then one thing I ain't gonna say that I'm the best at is being the worker. You
Right.
feel me? I ain't the best worker. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Because the type of person I am, sometimes I do think I know a better way.
Right.
You feel me? Than what the authority would say.
Right.
You feel me? And sometimes I'm right about that.
Right.
Because when I go my own way, it worked better for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? But sometimes you gotta know how to channel that too, especially when you somebody else signing your paychecks.
Right.
You know what I mean? Until you ready to go start your own business, you gotta follow the rules.
Right.
You gotta do the man with the goal make the rules. And I like to make the rules and
Right.
shit. So that's why I put myself in them positions though.
Right.
You know what I mean? Without offending nobody, I do it my way. You know what I mean?
So if I was a young boy, come up to you, look, oh man, I look up to you. You mean I'm going through some things at home. Just lost one of my homies. I'm thinking about going to the streets. I need to feed my. I need to feed my kid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about going to the streets. You mean, what would you say to me? I want to know about your losses and all that, things that you lost from the streets and all that.
As far as letting them know what he's stepping into,
I want you to let him know what you've been through. So basically warning him what he about to step into, and let him know other routes that he can take instead of the streets.
I be having them type conversations, bro, like more than probably more than normal. I don't know how they look at me, but like they be in my DM with them type conversations,
Right.
or like in traffic, you feel
Right.
me? And I ain't gonna lie, I be appreciating that shit because it's like, then you look at me this
Right.
way to where I could possibly have some answers
Right.
to help. And it's like, it make me feel like I'm being useful and shit.
Right.
You feel, it make me feel like they understanding me a
Right.
little bit. You know what I mean? And I don't be on no standoffish tip or none of that, cause it's like, I be wanting to see niggas get up out of that depression, get up out of that feeling weak and lonely. I be
Right.
wanting to see niggas stand up. You know what I mean? I be wanting to see niggas stand up. But shit, that shit crazy. I always say my whole car dead or in jail because like niggas that you would have caught me in traffic with a few years ago, niggas is dead and in jail. Like my everyday niggas, you feel me? Like they dead and in jail, and the ones that's dead. Once a nigga die, once one of your close friends die, you gotta understand. Once one of your close friends die, and you ain't died with them, now they family don't even trust you.
Right.
You feel me? Like that shit. So the streets ain't nothing but losses though. Ain't nothing promised.
Right.
You feel me? It's nothing guaranteed. Even when you feel like you got, say you in a position you feel like you got a line and you about to go meet him, you're not 100% sure that how that trip about to go,
Right.
meeting him.
Right.
You can't trust nobody.
Right.
You feel me? So like you always gonna be on edge. You never gonna be comfortable. You know what I mean? A lot of niggas do it wrong anyway. You feel me? Like
Right.
niggas be doing dirt, then they laying up in it. You feel me? Like a lot of niggas be doing dirt, then they laying with any bitch.
Right.
You feel, like niggas don't be doing it right anyway. That's why you see this number so sky high when you looking at the murder rate.
Right.
Niggas ain't even doing it right. So why y'all even doing it?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it ain't cool to get killed. That shit is embarrassing.
Right.
I be feeling like I can't let nobody smoke me out this joint because that's embarrassing.
Right.
That mean I ain't who I say I am. You feel me? And I don't say that I'm the toughest or the biggest.
Right.
You feel me? But it's just like I'm calculated.
Right.
You feel me? Like, and for it to be a nigga to be able to put me out, that mean I ain't do my calculations right.
Right.
You feel me? I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, but I should know not to be in this place. You
Right.
feel me? At this time. But you know, shit go how it go. You know what I mean? But the streets, that ain't even nobody you could look up to in the streets.
Right.
You feel me? Like, it ain't too many if it is somebody. It ain't too many. Cause like, a lot of niggas like, you'll be around a nigga be like, yeah, he cool, he thorough and all that. Then like, a few years into y'all relationship, you find out that he told years before y'all even met. Like the whole time you letting me build a relationship with a rat. You a rat.
Right.
You ain't even right out this joint. You feel me? So it's like, it's just all fucked up. It's all fucked up. And you ain't even gonna make the money you think you gonna make.
Right.
Shit too expensive. You feel me? Shit too slow. You ain't just, you know. That's what I would tell you.
Do you think you can be truly happy in the streets? Like no matter how much money you get, do you think you can really be like at peace and truly happy?
At peace, no, but I think you could be happy because no matter how my day go, I'm so grateful of being here that I be happy. You feel me? Like I'm grateful, so I'm always happy no matter what the situation. If I had to go back to the streets today or tomorrow, I'm gonna be happy and I'm gonna be grateful because I know a lot of niggas ain't make it this far. You know what I mean? But peace, I can't say at peace because like.
But can you be happy knowing that you could possibly that you upping your chances of being taken away from your kids?
No, dude. It's different type of people. It's different type of parents. Some people ain't the type of parent like me. I would never accept that being a possibility. You know what I'm saying? Well, I can't say never because shit happened. Like I said, I don't want to sit here and act like a saint because I ain't no saint. I'm just a nigga that been through some shit that just like caught on to certain stuff. You feel me? But I would never be cool with having the time to premeditate and know, oh, it's my kids or this. It's my kids or this altercation. My kids or proving myself. My kids, you feel me? Or an Instagram post throwing shots at a nigga that's gonna want to take my head off if I throw that shot at him. You feel me? That's what niggas be doing. That's the difference between like us and them a little bit. You feel me? You just gotta like understand like what's really important. You feel me? Like, and that shit even bad on the internet. Like niggas throwing like. The niggas that I grew up under and looked up to, it wasn't even no internet. So niggas wasn't telling niggas on the internet, I'ma smoke you. Niggas wasn't on that. And niggas don't be on it. But like that's the new generation and shit. You feel me? That's how it is. That's what they think is cool and shit because people gonna like the post and be big and shit. That shit not no game. You not gonna write me in my DM tell me you gonna smoke me and be cool out this joint. It don't go like that. But niggas be doing that and really thinking like, all right, fuck them niggas, we smoking on your other homie. Like, no, bro, that shit, I don't know. I don't be trying to judge nobody though, cause like I said, you can't judge me if you're not in my shoes. But my own thing is like, I just see an error in it. I just see a flaw in it. You feel me? Like, that ain't really that ain't the best way to move.
These days it be attention over everything.
The attention shit bad.
Attention over everything these days, man.
It's crazy because me being a rapper and shit, this shit, I made this fit into my life. I made rap fit into my life because when the camera come on and shit, I probably looked inside that camera twice in this whole 30 minutes. When the camera come on, I don't really like that all on me.
I'm the same way.
I'm like this, you feel me? I don't really like that all on me because I feel like I feel like exposed in some way, like not in a way where it's like, oh, he this and he not that, but in a way where like I'm giving y'all too much. You feel me? Like I'm giving y'all too much. I'm like this. I'm more one of these. You feel me? Under the radar. You don't see me until we this close. Now you get to meet me. However I want to meet you. You feel me? So I ain't really big on that shit, but like rap, you gotta be like
you forced to come out of your shell.
You got to. You feel me? I started trying to do a little bit more Instagram lives and shit. Like I don't be wanting nobody to know if I'm in the car, in the house, on vacation. I don't never want you to know what I'm doing. You feel me? But as being a person that entertain people, sometimes they want to see that. So I made it fit my life, but at the same time, you got to change shit around you too. You feel me? Like, so I can't be smack dab in the middle of the block grinding while I'm on live trying to be a rapper. It ain't gonna mix. You feel me? You got to make some type of adjustments. You feel me? Like, cause it ain't gonna work. You know what I mean? But yeah, that attention shit.
You told the young boy about your losses in the streets. Now, what would you tell him now? He still gotta get this money. So what would you tell him? What's another route?
I would let him know, like, I ask him what he good at. I ask him what he like doing, because like the best way to make money is making money off something that you like doing. You feel me? Like something that you good at. Like I told one of my brothers before, you know how niggas like to play the game and shit. Do you know that it's a whole platform for that shit? If you want to play the game, screen record that shit, put it on YouTube. That's a source of income. You know what I'm saying? Just anything your eyes could catch, somebody making money off of it. You feel me? Even the fucking air, you can't see air. But people make money off of air, bro. It's not nothing in this world that you can't make money off of. You just got GIFI. Just how you know, damn, this block doing that many bundles a day, that block doing that, and you weigh your options and you GIFI. Apply the same hustle, but it ain't gotta be to the streets. It could be something legit. You know what I mean? It's a lot of ways to make money. So it's like I feel like how I feel right now, like no matter what my bank look like, if that shit went to zeros, bro, I'm gonna be straight. Cause the information is like while I'm getting money, I'm getting information. And it's like I know how I'm gonna get back. You feel me? Like I know, and I ain't gonna ask nobody for nothing. You feel me? Like if anything, I'll bring you in on it. You feel me? You want parts of this? But I know how I'm gonna get back, bro. You feel me? So yeah, we do need more of that shit. Like, and I ain't gonna say I blame myself, but I could be more vocal and shit with the younger generation. Cause I'm right in between. I'm 27. I'm to the younger guys and shit, I'm big bro. To the older guys, I'm baby bro. And it's like they all love me. You feel me? So it's like I could be more vocal with them and shit and give them a little bit more. You feel me? But at the same time, niggas gotta be more receptive and shit. Like I don't never have them problems where niggas ain't never gonna tell me shut the fuck up over here. Cause like that shit, like who you talking to?
They respect your hand.
Yeah, exactly. Like they gonna look at me like they know exactly what I'm talking about, cause they know what's going on out this joint, and they know what the So, but it just be me like just breaking out of the, you feel me? Like something in the streets, growing up in the streets. Like I said, I grew up like in placement, so you gotta be like this. You can't let nobody too close to you. You feel me? Like cause you can't trust them. You can't trust nobody. So it's like I be more vocal, more so in my neighborhood though. You feel me? Like with niggas that I know that got love for me and niggas that I love. You feel me? Like, but you don't really never know how to take a stranger. You feel me? A nigga sit, have a whole conversation with you like this. As soon as you done it, boom. Then what? That's a part of like the traumas too. You feel me? Cause I ain't never get hit like that before, but I seen it happen on the internet. You feel me? Damn, niggas doing it like that now. So, all that shit play a part, but I just feel like no matter what's going on, we can't let this shit stop us. We gotta stand on that, really show them how powerful we is. You know what I mean? Like, really show them, like, and whatever. And I'm so confident, because I'm a competitor, like I said. I'm so confident that, nigga, they could change every law to where it's against us times 2. Like, where it's times even worse. I'm so confident. All right, bet. That's how y'all want to do it. We still gonna maneuver. We still gonna do our thing. That's really what breeded like me to think the way that I think. I was mixing the shit. Me and this young boy fighting. He called my aunt a bitch. He called my aunt a bitch and shit. So I went down to his house. My cousin took me to his house. A little Dominican stocky now. I was a little cut up too though. You know what I mean? But like we going at it. He gave me a crazy bout, and it's like I felt like I lost. So we had to go again. Second round, he gave me another crazy bout. So it was to a point with me where it's like, we gonna keep fighting, bro. Even if it gotta be till death, we gonna keep fighting till I'm satisfied and I feel like I won. And that's what happened. You feel me? He started getting tired and I'm still giving him gas. You know what I mean? Now after the fight, I'm a little kid. I'm like 11. I walk off, pop my shit, you know what I mean? And I get to the crib, I sit on the couch and shit like this. I'm sitting on the couch with my arms like this. I'm just like, I'm tired, exhausted. You feel me? That's the fight I just put in. But that's the mindset that I got. I'm going to go till my last breath until I feel like I won. Exactly. And that's how I feel with this shit that we own. So it ain't no stopping us. It ain't no, we done with getting discouraged, feeling like we ain't good enough for them. Cause at the end of the day, if you look at somebody and you feel like, damn, I must not be good enough. They ain't paying me no attention. If you really knew them in person, you would be like, you is lame. It ain't always what it look like. So like, just keep doing you. We just be doing us. I don't care. You know how many people that I know what's going on, ain't never posted, ain't never drop 100 sign, no none of that, regardless if we do it to them or not. I ain't worried about that. We going though. We going. And at the end of the day, when they feel like it'll be a benefit to them to cut into us or try to cut into us or however it go, then that's when we probably gonna meet. But at the end of the day, we not stopping because we not doing it for y'all. We got kids and we got moms and nigga, my mom never been as proud. I mean, she always been a proud mom. She always been supportive. But when I started doing positive shit, she never been this proud of me. You feel me? Like, and that shit a good feeling. You feel me? Like, I could tell my own, and she the type of mom where like she don't like taking nothing from me. I gotta hide money in her fridge and shit, but I could put her rent money in her fridge and slide out and feel good about it. You feel me? And she ain't gotta feel like, oh, this drug money or she know it ain't. She know it's clean. You feel me? Go ahead, that's for you. You know what I mean? And I know you got it, but at the end of the day, it always feels good to not have to pay a bill this month.
Dog, on some real rap, I want to share something with you real quick. Sunday just passed. My mom told me for the first time that she able to sleep now, bro. You know how heavy. I cried. I ain't even gonna hold you, I cried.
Real shit.
No, I didn't hear that my whole life, bro. I knew me and my brothers couldn't sleep at all. So that really, you know what I mean? That was a real jump.
Yeah, that shit a good feeling, bro. And it make you want more of that. You feel me? Make you want more of that, bro. The only thing, be when you doing so much positive shit and you getting money and you doing this and doing that, sometimes your family might think you rich already.
Right.
You like, I ain't rich yet, you feel me? I don't be having them issues, but it's like, as many people that call, like, blood or not,
Right.
people be calling, you feel me? And it be like, I be making it happen. But right now, if I'm on this is what I'm doing. You can come down and help out, you feel me? Or whatever the case may be. But this what's going on. This shit gonna be booming though by this day, you feel me? By this date, you feel me? Shit like that. But yeah, it's a good feeling, bro. I be feeling good. I be confident in myself. No matter, like, look at me, bro. Look how I got dressed. You feel me? I'm just confident. Like, I'm just regular. You feel me? Like I ain't doing all this. You just gotta know what you doing it for. You know what I mean? Because it's all about your intentions. Before you do anything, set your intentions. You feel me? And my intentions is I know what my intentions is. So like all the other shit that come with it, it's like I'm still focused. Right. That ain't got shit to do with my intentions. Right. So I ain't gonna let it stop me. You know what
So
I mean?
before we wrap it up, I just want to let you know I'm proud of you, man. I want you to continue to be an example. Whether you're doing good stuff or bad stuff, I just want you to continue to use what you go through to help somebody else.
Yeah, no
So
doubt.
it don't matter if you are still doing whatever you're doing, you can still use what you're going through to help somebody else with it.
Yeah,
and I just
no
want you to stay encouraged, boy. Stay alive, keep getting this money, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Love you, dog.
Appreciate you, broski. Love you more.
Casualties of war.